It's a food podcast, guys. Welcome to the Cheat Day Show.
That's what I was waiting for.
We are here at the Comedy Cellar once again, filming on location. Our special guest today is Hannah Berner. Hannah.
Thank you for having me, Ryan. What an honor and a privilege. I'm hungry.
Might I say your hair looks wonderful.
Shut up.
We also got T on mic, and we got Kitty joining us as well. Mayron couldn't make it because he was having what's that thing when you get like a dizzy?
Your period.
When you're a little anxiety attack. He needs to drink water.
Vertigo. He said to tell you guys he's very sorry, but he has vertigo because he has cum in his ear. That is verbatim what he texted.
I get it.
So. Been there.
I get it.
So his cheat day got a little out of control, huh?
Yeah. I had a friend who had a guy come in her ear. She asked for it.
She asked for it?
Yeah, she wanted it in her ear.
Why?
I don't know. She's crazy. Maybe it's a thing. Mayron had it.
Yeah, well, you know Mayron.
Yeah. Well, my friend
Mayron, I've always said, so Mayron's on the podcast. He is married. He's a gay gentleman, but really his soul is like the stripper who married the billionaire. That's who he is.
He is a zaddy.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Hannah, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
That's where you were born, but you were always in Brooklyn?
Yes. Well, I was first born in the Bronx in Riverdale, and then when I was 9 months old, we moved to Park Slope, Brooklyn. So I am BX if it's right in the occasion to tell people I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
And then when I leave New York, I'm just like, I'm from Brooklyn. Everyone gives me, like, street cred.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Park Slope, very nice neighborhood.
Did you go to private or public?
Public, and then I went to private for a second.
What happened?
Something
clearly
So I went to public school, and then I was a tennis player. So I got a scholarship to Poly Prep to play for 2 years in tennis, and then they shipped me to Florida to go to a tennis academy, and I ended up back in the Upper West Side at a public school called Beacon playing tennis for the boys team. Which is a fun little Disney Channel movie.
She's the man.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they dress you up as a boy for the
No, and it pissed them off because I was still like myself. Had long hair. I was not trying to be a boy, but I was whooping ass because it's not a physical sport. It's so mental. And I was playing high school tennis, so like in my head, if I lost to a guy who's playing high school tennis who just like smokes weed and plays in the summertime, I'll be very upset. But they're getting upset because they're losing to a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
be better.
Yeah, get it together. But I love just crushing male egos.
Yeah, it is nice.
Were you the heartthrob?
Do you know Mike Costa?
Yes, Mike and I hit a lot.
What does that mean?
Mike
like
Costa
we play.
That sounds sexual.
Mike and I hit a lot.
We hit around.
I was going to leave that alone because they're both in serious relationships.
No, Mike, when I first started comedy, hit me up and was like, oh, I heard you play. There's kind of an underground tennis comedy community that's very hard to get into, pretty VIP, but Costa and I do dabble in tennis.
Yeah. Well, he was pro.
Yes, and he was part of like one of the most successful college national championship teams.
Isn't he like
in Illinois?
I gotta read his emails again, but he listed. I think he was ranked like 187th in the world or something like that.
Yeah, he's a monster, and he also is now doing stuff for the Tennis Channel, which is pretty cool. So
there's a tennis channel.
Yes.
Oh my God,
girl, I got it on 24/7.
I knew that was a golf channel.
It's only in white neighborhoods.
Oh,
So Costa's on the Daily Show, and he's also a comedian. He's a very funny comedian, and he was a pro tennis player. Mm-hmm. So things have been going well for him for a while.
Yeah, and I would argue tennis and stand-up are kind of similar because you're traveling and you're alone performing, and you have the variable of like not only the audience but the person across from you. It's not like skating where you're just like close your eyes. But I've done this 100 times.
It's like a solo mental sport.
Exactly. It's like the one sport that people like have full mental breakdowns alone because you're like on an island by yourself. You can't have a coach to calm you down. You can't call a timeout.
You can't
That's
have coaches?
Kind of like
I didn't know that.
Not in professional tennis or juniors, but it's like stand-up where like you're 6 minutes in and it's not going well. You can't be like, and thank you, and walk off stage. So I feel, I mean, it's probably happened before.
You're just like, you guys suck. I'm out of here.
That joke fucking worked everywhere else. It's not me, it's you. So I feel like there's been a natural progression from the sport of tennis to comedy, even though maybe you wouldn't see it.
I mean, I would imagine there's more drugs and alcohol in comedy than professional tennis.
They say, actually, I think Andrew Santino told me once, he said, comedians are either addicts or athletes.
You told me this.
Or both.
Whoa.
I used to be an
That's
athlete,
true.
and I'm addicted to weed. So I
Oh,
got
she's got a pill purse for God's sakes.
I
Like
do.
she's
It's a yin yang. It's like a little yin yang. It's really cute.
It's cute.
I have a lot of prescriptions.
It's a lot. Yeah.
We love it.
But
We
I
love
mean,
it.
like-
You take care of yourself.
This is-
Yeah.
look, it's-
Let's call
No
it
one's
that.
It's 1
judging.
p.m. on a Wednesday. Who
Ryan's
else-
like, my generation just sucked it up.
Look, it's 1 p.m. on a Wednesday. You find someone who's not a drug addict to work for you.
Yeah. It is hard.
The only comics who are awake right now are on something.
She hasn't slept in 3 days.
Vyvanse and Adderall, both.
Just right to the tits on that shit.
Both of them.
I have prescriptions for both.
Oh yeah,
Good
she's
for you.
I have my therapist in my pocket.
I definitely have ADHD, but I haven't done the whole like get medication for it.
Same.
It's easy, man.
I'm in denial.
Well, yeah, and my fiance's like, I don't want to change your personality. I'm like, I think I'll just stop forgetting my wallet in certain places.
Yeah,
And
I
that'll
stopped
probably be
forgetting.
great for us.
Yeah.
You know how much time we'd not waste stressing over the keys that I left at everywhere, all over Manhattan.
I left them everywhere.
So when you were, I'm just curious, like when you were a serious athlete, a serious tennis player, what was your diet like?
Great question.
Thank you.
So, what food to me was very much fuel. Like I would like eat fast. I always had a fear like I don't want to be hungry on the court. I'm kind of like that with comedy now too. Like some people like I'm like I can't be craving a granola bar. I have to eat. I have to make sure I have enough energy for the hour set. Bring a granola and a banana on stage and a Gatorade. No, I don't do that. I'm just kidding. Because you get that in your teeth and then it's awkward. But I went to college at University of Wisconsin.
Seems like an odd choice.
It was like they gave me a full scholarship.
Yeah, big sports.
Go
And
Badgers.
it's like a thank you, and it's a big D1 school. It was a fun experience. I was considered exotic there because I'm half Italian, but I digress.
Aren't you Jewish also?
Yeah, I'm part Jewish.
Very exotic.
Yes,
Pizza
I'm
bagel.
very
What-
Jewish. I'm
what
a
are
pizza
you?
bagel. Yeah, a pizza
What?
But in
bagel.
Wisconsin, they're like, what?
No,
Ooh,
all-
that's the name of the pod.
all
this
the Jewish-
episode, pizza bagel.
Pizza bagel.
Yeah.
all the Jewish girls from my school went to Wisco. Like
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of them.
Yeah, so a lot of like Long Island girls or Miami girls, they call them the coasties. We're the like
We call 'em
coast girls.
Japs, Jewish American princesses.
Yes,
Yep.
they were
Yeah.
also that.
Yeah, they're sweet.
But
They're
I'm not
sweet.
Jewish enough for a Jewish guy to marry me, so like I was kind of just running solo. But Wisconsin, the food is so bad for you, but so good. They're noted for cheese curds, where they take cheese curds.
Yeah.
Cheese curds are like the cheese that goes to the top. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
It's the thick cheese.
The thick cheese that rises to the whatever. They fry it up, and there's different kinds of cheese curds. Do you like the crispy one? Do you like the gooey one? It's like an art form out there. Then the Bloody Marys are insane. You order Bloody Mary, and they have like a full roasted chicken on it, a cheeseburger. Like if you Google Wisconsin,
Don't they do mac
Bloody
and cheese
Marys.
pizza there a lot?
they do mac and cheese pizza. Look at
Yeah.
you. You
Wow.
have
The
random
Jewish girls
knowledge.
Snapchat stories. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ian's Pizza. That's where you go. You get so good, and great ice cream. Anything dairy would go right through me.
Yeah, that's a good part.
And I would like be going to practice, or I'd have practice and I'd run in and just like grab a cheeseburger and walk to class. Like I was consuming so many calories. I was like probably 15 more pounds of muscle when I was in college.
Same. The first year I like gained like 30 pounds. I'd say 20 of it.
Yeah, like
Volleyball.
yes, we
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
good bonding session about it. Like my thighs would just start
oh yeah,
a fire.
chafing up. I used to eat like 6 bagels before practice.
Yes, and like you're burning so much, and then you're also
not burning
drinking,
enough of it,
but you're
though.
not burning enough. Like they called me Quadzilla. I was sturdy.
Oh, that's a good word, sturdy. She's a sturdy girl.
I'm sturdy. I can't knock me down. Once I went on a date and some guy was like, "You've got strong legs like a horse," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
The USC volleyball coach, the first day I met him, he was like, "You look like you have strong hips," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Ew. You're like, yeah, for childbearing, watch out. But I feel like food. I am emotional with food too. Like when you're stressed, I'm like, let's fucking go, and I'll crush food. But I told myself I have the metabolism of a teenage boy, and I kind of do. But I just turned 30, and now I'm realizing like it's low key slowing down,
Noticeably so.
noticeably so. So I have to work out more.
Do you? Do you
That
still
sounds
train?
so sad.
No.
Well, you look great.
Oh, thank you. I'm getting married in 2 months, so
Oh,
I
2
realized
months.
I should
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
like try to get my shit together. But also my
Are
fiance.
you shedding for the wedding?
That's not technically acceptable. It's kind of problematic. The concept
is,
of being like,
yeah.
let's get super skinny for our wedding, because Des likes me with a fat ass. So he literally was like, "Don't get too skinny." But I'm like thinking like aesthetically, like I
The
don't.
photos.
I want the pictures.
photos.
The photos.
But my whole life was training. like literally my whole life since I was 9 years old. So I have trouble sometimes getting motivation to on my own train. So I try to just eat light, but I love playing tennis still. I just get bored.
I feel like the kind of training that you were probably doing is not the kind of training that makes you slimmer. It's like bulking almost.
Yeah, and also the girls will be like, "Do you want to go to Barry's?" And I'm like,
"You should get jacked for the wedding."
that'd be really funny.
Jacked.
Gaining for the wedding.
Yeah,
just
really
making gains.
gains.
A lot of deadlifting, a lot of squats.
But they do say that stuff burns a lot. You just can't eat a lot when you're lifting like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm whatever. I'm trying to eat clean.
That sucks.
Which is like
what
not.
What does that mean?
I sleep really late because I'm out late. So I'm intermittent fasting is so fucking easy when you're a comic.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Wake up like 1 p.m.
I eat before my sets at like 6:30, go off, do whatever, get home at like 2, fall asleep at like 3, wake up at noon, and I'm like intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
That's how I feel about it.
But don't you have a ton of stuff going on. You got like 2 podcasts.
Well, that's the problem.
You're touring.
I've been touring, so it's hard to get a good routine of like working out. And I'm not one to go to a city and get to a hotel room and be like, you know what would make this better? Being in the hotel gym. No, I'm like, I'm about to be horizontal for 6 hours before my set.
I've never been inside a hotel gym.
No.
Never.
No.
Yeah.
There's always like
Yes,
one.
Absolutely.
No, there's always like one old
Crazy?
guy, Ryan, like working out, trying to
me.
run away from his like wife who he hates. I don't know.
And like short shorts too. Why are they always in short shorts?
Always.
Nut huggers, but yes.
He's like, yep, that's me.
Well, I can't stay in the hotel room all night. I gotta do something.
I went to Miami for a one-nighter, and I stayed the next day. Didn't leave the hotel room.
Yeah.
I was just so tired.
That's
People
what
were like,
I
it's sunny outside. I'm like, I've seen sun. I'm 30 years old. I've fucking seen a palm tree
I
before.
agree
I'm
with you.
sleeping.
Oh, our comedian's the best.
Yeah.
Like we never go out.
Every
at
time
all.
I call Ryan, he's at the gym. Every time.
Well,
There's a reason. It's because
he wants to attract sluts.
No, it's
Equinox,
all dudes.
that's right.
It's all dudes.
It's all dudes.
It's Equinox.
Would you
It's all
keep it
dudes.
tight? That's good.
Well, no. I don't have a. I have construction going on right now at my house. So
So you have to be at the gym.
Are you a cardio guy?
it's easier for me to think when I'm like on a treadmill.
Okay. That
Oh,
checks
you
out.
write on treadmills?
No, I'll send emails. I'll do whatever.
Every time
You must be going pretty slow if you're typing.
You're judging me. You're laying in bed all day.
I've worked out my entire life. Don't project your shit onto me.
You can type fast from bed also.
Well, look.
I like walking.
Okay.
I don't.
I like walking. I like playing sports. Like I like volleyball.
I like sitting.
I like distract me like an animal. Like chase the ball, and I'll forget that I'm
Yeah.
working out, and I'm like, I need to win.
That's true.
Well, I
I'm the
think
same way.
former athletes are more. I don't think they like to do the things that NARPs do, like
Yes.
non-athletic regular person.
Did you play sports? In fact, you know what a NARP is?
Yeah, in high school,
You-
I ran track,
Oh,
and
you
I was
got it.
pretty good.
You got it.
Yeah.
What kind of track?
I was a hurdler. I was a state qualifier.
damn.
So you did need hand-eye coordination there.
Yeah.
Foot-eye
Little
coordination, at
foot-eye,
least.
Foot-eye.
Well, yeah, when my friends like, do you want to go to Barry's? I'm like, the idea of going somewhere to pay to get yelled at by a trainer.
You feel superior.
But like, I don't want to be yelled. Like, that's not fun for me. Where they're like, wouldn't it be crazy to do like a crazy workout? And I'm like,
No.
when I graduated college, I was like, I'm never doing a timed mile again, and I'm never waking up to work out before 7 a.m. And I've stuck to it.
Because that's
Crushing your
traumatizing.
goals.
Yeah, because
Crushing them.
I couldn't go to sleep because it's like in the morning we had a timed mile where you basically run to like as hard as you can for 6-7 minutes as fast as you can.
You ever vomit from running?
Yes.
Yeah,
Once we were in the
vomited all
team.
time.
Yeah, if you're not vomiting, you're not trying.
Exactly.
Is that for athletics or is that for life?
Everything. No, so we once did a mile. And, like, it's always, like, pressure, like, oh, if we don't do it, then we have to, if someone doesn't make the time, we have to do it again the next morning. Like, all fear-based, super traumatizing. And then I remember one of our teammates was in the bathroom. Someone was like, Hannah, can you check on her? I'm like, I got it. So I went in. I'm like, hey, are you okay? And she's puking. So naturally, I start puking. And then someone else starts checking on us. They start puking. And then the whole team was puking. So it's kind of like yawning. It's very contagious.
Yeah, it is. I puke every time I see my dog shit. Like I dry heave every time. That's all I have to say
you're
about
a
it.
No.
We know you're a puker. We know.
I wanted you to
Yes.
keep going with that story. I felt like it was the beginning of a great novel.
Yeah, I just dry heave over and over, and that's
You're
it.
like a cat.
End of story. Yeah. I'm
So
like,
what's your
wow.
diet like now with the podcast? Like you have 2 podcasts. You want to plug them?
Sure. I have a podcast called Burning in Hell where I talk to people about their demons. And then I have a podcast called Giggly Squad with my friend Paige where we talk pop culture and we make fun of everything. So like
Nice.
2 different types of energies.
Yeah, those are different.
Yeah. My diet right now is I sleep late and then I don't really eat till noon. I never used to drink coffee. Now I'm starting to drink coffee because I'm tired. And I think I definitely have a lot of stomach issues if we're getting into it. Like I'm definitely IBS, lactose
Hot
intolerant,
girls all
whatever.
have
Thank you for
stomach
sharing.
But like if you're good looking, this is what happens. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Do you have IBS?
Well, apparently I need to have it.
Yeah, you're not hot unless
You're
you
not
have
hot
it.
enough.
I don't want to be ugly.
I was in the green room at the stand the other day and I ordered a whole pizza and I was like, "Who wants some?" And some guy was like, "No, I think I'm lactose intolerant." And I was like, "And?"
Yeah, who cares?
I'm like,
We're
I'm
all
about to down
everybody.
this. Suck it up, bro. Like I don't even do a lactate pill. I'm used to it going through me.
Yeah.
What'd you guys call it before?
Oh, butthole bulimia.
Yeah.
But-
When you're too scared to do
bulimia.
it through the mouth, you take some laxatives and you let it rip, you know.
You know, I used to have diarrhea before every match.
I used to have, yeah, that would happen to me too.
Yeah, and it keeps you tight.
Yeah. It makes you look
Are
good.
people getting turned on? What's happening? Okay.
Everybody's getting turned
This
on.
is exactly what I envisioned when I thought about this podcast.
You're like, it's about the
Maybe-
consuming of the food, not the leaving
Expelling
the
it.
body.
No, it's fine. No. Look, you do whatever you need to do to stay thin. It should be noted, everyone on this podcast has a lot of healthy eating disorders.
That's great advice, Ryan. Do whatever you have to
Just
do to
the
stay
right
thin.
amount.
Look, the whole idea of the cheat day is that you have one day where you like really just aggressively eat poorly because you're
Yeah.
being so restrictive most of the time.
You can undo
Yeah.
it though with the laxatives.
I'm not a restrictor. I go hard. I'm not the girl who. But then I put pressure on myself. I'm like, I'm not the girl who gets a salad. And even if I'm not hungry, I'm like, get me the chicken parm. I need to prove it.
Or salad with fried chicken on it.
Yeah.
That's a good
And I
one.
get super annoyed at restaurants because like I finish my meals, and when you're a girl who like finishes a steak, the waiter or waitress always
Oh,
has to
yeah.
make a fucking comment being like, "Oh, someone liked their food." They don't say that to the men.
No.
They don't say it, but they're like, "Wow, you did. Where do you put it all?" And I'm just like, can we not? Can we normalize just letting women eat and
Yeah.
finish their meal without making it a fuck? This is a feminist riot now. Okay,
Yeah, Ryan's
Yeah.
into it.
I don't. Do you
Ryan
know,
loves it.
Do you know Allie Breen?
I don't know.
Allie, she's a female comedian. I think you met her, blonde hair girl. She might have been at the beach house. Anyways, she is tiny, but she eats.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she does.
And
eat.
like we've definitely like, and I eat too. Like we've gone out to dinner before, and the waiter's been like, "Whoa, is this Thanksgiving? What's
Yeah.
going on?"
no,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
small. She's smaller than Kitty, and she eats like insane amounts of food.
Good for her.
bless
Keep that.
her.
I'm all about whenever I'm like, oh, I need to stop eating to get thinner. I'm like, no, that's how you lose your metabolism. We got to keep eating.
Yeah,
No, it's true.
it's true.
It's true.
So now, when you did the reality show, were
Oh my
you-
God.
How's the food there?
Yeah, were you concerned about your appearance?
So reality TV is wild because you're in my show. We were in bikinis the whole time, and the camera guy's getting every angle, and he doesn't care about you looking good. He's trying to get the drama. So he'll be like up your asshole, and you're just like, what? Like I saw angles of myself no one should ever see, but I was more focused on like making the show entertaining. My value in myself is not connected to what my body looks like. I think that's because I was an athlete where like my parents loved me more when I won. They didn't love me more when I was thin. I was never called a pretty princess. That was never what was valued in my household. So I have other issues in terms of like needing success to feel loved.
Thick princess.
I'm a thick princess.
There we go.
Sturdy.
Sturdy.
Sturdy princess.
Do you have siblings?
I have a younger brother.
What's he do?
He's like a finance bro.
Of course he is.
He's
My brother's
very
a
like
finance bro,
corporate
too.
ladder.
Yeah.
I think he's like a product manager now. He moved to Indiana. He's married. Like he's
Oh.
really
He's a
by
normie.
the book. He's a real normie. Like we're very opposites.
Well, no, you're getting married. You're marrying a comedian.
Yeah,
Are-
wild.
Do you
My-
talk about it, or do you keep that separate?
To who?
I mean,
In general?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I talk about it.
Yeah.
I told myself I'd never date comedians because I like did kind of date, and then I was like, no.
Oh, no.
And then
who did you date? No.
oh my god, can't. I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
But I'll tell you after.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask
Okay.
after.
I've been the comedy world is so small, but
It is.
dating a comic at the time I didn't even know I wanted to do stand up, but I definitely was like a sponge to everything that was going on. I love the idea that you can just make money doing what you love and making people laugh, cuz when you see it happening, you're like, if this motherfucker could do it, I mean, like people are doing it.
I don't
Yeah,
like that
right.
you pointed at me. Didn't need to be the
If
example.
this
on
stupid
that one.
motherfucker can do it, anybody can.
But I feel like I wasn't trying to be with a comic, but it just happened kind of naturally. And I would say my fiance Des is kind
Very
of
handsome.
very
handsome.
I only fuck with the most. I like to be with people who are much better looking than me always.
You might be a dude.
No, like I literally objectify him, but you like being with someone who's witty and kind of understands you. Sometimes I get annoyed because I feel like if he was a normie, he'd be more impressed by shit that I do. Where I'll do something and he's like, "Yeah, I told you to do that." I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, thanks for the advice."
Right. Like
Thanks.
you'd be very sparkly to a civilian.
Oh yeah, so sparkly, but to the point that I'd get annoyed. I'd be like, "Okay,
Get over it.
get over it."
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, being on reality TV, I am a stress eater. Like when I'm nervous, I'll eat. So all the girls would not eat at dinner, and we'd be at these beautiful Hamptons restaurants, and we'd be like calamari, burrata, like all the best shit, and no one's eating it because they're like fighting. So then I'd just be in the corner like shoveling their food. My friend Paige would never finish her meal because some people when they're stressed they don't eat. I eat. So I'd just be like, "Can I have your gnocchi?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm in a fight right now." And I'm like, "Okay, well, can I have it?" So
I have
even
your
a producer said like, "I love you because you're the only one who eats." And I was like, "It's a problem. Like I'm so stressed." But you're also so stressed that you're having diarrhea the whole time. So like it kind of balanced itself out. But by the end of the season, I was always 10 pounds heavier. But I don't give a fuck because I like my ass looks better when I'm 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a thick.
No, yeah, you're
Yeah.
good
Thick
if you're skinny or
princess.
you're fat. Either way, you're gonna look good because you got the fat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I mean-
gotta have that thick weight. That's like the new
Do you have a fat
Instagram
ass,
weight.
Ryan?
According to my sisters, I have no ass. They like to tell me that quite a bit.
It hasn't gone to girls caring about asses. Like I'll notice if a guy's a bubble butt, I'll be like, "Ooh," but
I
I'm
have a
not
friend
like,
who's all about guy butts.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Is she
weird.
the one
Yeah.
where you come and
Yeah.
she comes in?
No,
Same.
this is a different one. This is a different one. I need to meet new people.
Yeah.
Well, give me your when you really want to indulge yourself. What do you have?
So I think because I grew up in Park Slope, I was lucky that the block I grew up on had like Chinese food, Korean food, Mexican food, Italian food, like every
Everything,
type of
yeah.
food. So
I can't imagine why you had diarrhea all the time.
Indian food. So I felt if I'm not about like I need the fanciest food. I want like the most authentic food. Like I like the hole in the wall. So I will indulge for sure in Mexican food with sour cream just all over it. Without sour cream, no thank you.
I never got into sour cream. I don't know what it is. Don't be mad.
I mean, I don't understand your perspective on life, but I love Indian food. I dated a Bengali guy once, so I like to date men to understand their food, and then
get to the
I
food.
leave. Get their mom's homemade meal, and I'm like, this was amazing, 5 stars. Next.
Goodbye.
I also love Thai food. I love Korean barbecue.
She loves every food.
Yeah.
I love
It would've been
sushi.
easier
I
to get
fuck
someone-
with food. I
Is there
say,
anything that you don't like?
Good kill.
I don't love
Salad.
Honestly,
Don't
yeah,
love
I don't fuck
romaine.
with salad. I think salad is rabbit food.
Yeah.
I like it when there's like a lot of rice and meat and stuff in it. So yeah, I don't fuck with salad. I don't like peppers
That's random.
in things. I'll eat like
Spicy
a random
peppers?
No, just like like the red pepper that
The
they
bell
cut up. I
peppers.
don't need a bell pepper cooked. I don't like a cooked bell pepper.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
But like a fresh one just eating with your friends, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I asked you what your favorite like cheat meal was, and you were like cheeseburger, French fries,
Penne alla
pizza,
vodka.
quesadilla, penne al vodka. I'm like,
Pad Thai.
and
So it is important. I am Italian, and we show affection through food. Like if you didn't finish my grandma's meal, like it was a problem.
No, it really was.
Are you
Yeah.
Italian?
Yes.
I'm
You
Cuban.
get
It's
it.
the same thing.
It's yeah, like Jews also. I feel like they express.
Ryan
stuff
doesn't get
with-
it. He's too white.
no. I'm from New York. I'm from
Yeah.
Queens. So like,
So he's
You got some
big on
culture.
Chinese food. I worked in a pizzeria for 8 years.
Oh, you
big
get
on
it.
That was
Italian
when he
food.
was 320 pounds.
Were you fat?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was 320.
Oh, that's why you're in the gym all the time because you're afraid one day you're gonna wake up and be a gnocchi.
Listen,
so mean.
there's a giant fat man standing behind me, waiting for me to slip up.
You know,
It's like the Hulk,
You're like
but
Schmidt.
fat.
Do you know? I'm happy because I feel like you're a very good-looking guy, and if you weren't fat, you'd be such an asshole. Because
Yeah.
you're already an asshole.
Fuck.
And imagine how much more of an asshole he'd be if he like was hot growing up.
Yes. It'd be a problem.
Like you have a little bit of empathy right now. You'd have no
No, like
empathy.
it's incredible to
Right.
think that you are even fat with this attitude.
Yeah. You're
No, I didn't. I was very Chris Farley-esque. I was very
Wow.
throwing myself around on the floor and.
Damn, that's crazy to think about.
Okay. Okay. We're just checking on your cheat mail.
No
And
problem.
after you called me an asshole, you're not getting one. So that's fuck. I put this thing together.
I feel like they put it together. Let's give credit to the women
T.
here.
Oh, right. International.
I think T
Women's
did
Day.
everything.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was like, how dare you be a man on a podcast right now?
On this day?
International Women's Week. The nerve of you.
Someone had to
It's a
pay
week
for the
now?
equipment.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
But yeah, being Italian, I'm actually not a very good drinker. Like if you said, Hannah, do you want to go out for beers or go eat? 100% of the time I want to go eat. I only really drink when I'm like celebrating something. I actually don't even like having a drink while I'm eating because I feel like it'll fill up my stomach and I'd rather have the food.
Wow.
Totally agree with
Good
you.
for you.
Italians are food first.
Yeah, and I think because the culture, like wine's always been around, we're not like, we don't cherish the wine so much. Like,
Yes.
there's not a lot of drinkers
I
in my
cherish
family.
wine, and we've been drinking it since I was like 5.
True,
I love
true.
it. But I don't know. We're
Italians just like really love quality meals to bond
yeah.
with
Cubans
each other.
are
Yeah.
usually drunk.
I also feel like my relationship, there's certain little things of compatibility that people don't talk about, and one of them is having the same cheat meal style. Like, it's a pure orgasm to be like, do you want to get something dirty? And he's like, yeah. And if he's like, I want corn dogs and you want sushi, that's not gonna fly. But to both indulge in something naughty, that turns me on.
No,
Des is
Yeah.
an eater. He likes food.
Loves food.
Yeah.
Loves food and never shames me. Sometimes he shames me because I eat very fast, but never shames me for like the amount of food. He's more self-conscious than me. He's the one that's like, oh, I feel fat. And I'm like, you're a 6'3" man. Like you can carry it. Also, I think men are more adorable when they have a little stomach.
Yeah, it's not as adorable.
He's the one who
So-
gets like shy about it. Like, oh, I think I'm putting on some. And I'm like, no one gives a fuck.
Right.
No one cares. Everyone just cares if you're successful and have a good personality, and you do. So shut the fuck up.
Well, he's a handsome guy. I've said he is the handsome guy at the PTA meeting. That's who he is.
That is so funny. Do you feel like comics judge the good-looking male comics as a good-looking male comic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to go on stage and you got to prove yourself like a woman.
If you have anything more than jokes, I feel like people are gonna hate you.
I mean, it depends on who you're talking to.
I don't.
mean,
Yeah.
when I started, it was a very bully mentality. Like, it was like they didn't.
Before people got canceled.
Oh God, it was vicious. It was vicious. Like we wouldn't even walk in front of the Comedy Cellar. We would cross the street so the older comedians wouldn't pick on us.
That's amazing.
Now everybody's like, speak your truth.
Oh
be
God,
honest
everyone's
with yourself."
supportive.
I was.
So
Is this
annoying.
making you uncomfortable? Are you triggered by anything?
Oh God, they sit at the table in the back and they're like, "You're gonna do it. I know you are." It's like, oh God, what happened?
I'm working on a bit how like serial killers and stand-up comics are kind of similar in that you don't have to be that good-looking to be considered rigorously good-looking. Like Ted
Yes.
Bundy, if you just saw him randomly, like with his unibrow
not
beady eyes,
cute.
he's not
Right.
that cute, but he's a
But he's
serial
a comedy
killer.
10.
Yeah, and I was saying male comics, for example, like you in comedy are like a 15. Like me in comedy, I'm treated like a fucking Kardashian.
Yeah.
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 And in reality TV, I was the ugly one with a relatable
I was the
personality.
ugly
And then
one.
I come here and it's literally, I'd say like they treat me like a Kardashian.
Yeah, you're the hottest person in the whole room.
Anyone's ever seen.
Do you
Anybody's
so,
ever seen.
so I'm just curious, and any of you guys can feel this question. Do you ever feel pressured to dumb down your looks, or
100%.
to when you're on stage
I
instead
stopped
of
wearing dresses.
dress a certain way, or switch things up?
So I started wearing dresses because we were doing outdoor comedy and it was so fucking hot and my vagina kept sweating and I cannot have the like vagina sweat on my jeans. So I
Yeah.
started wearing these like floral dresses. Also, when I headline, I wear a dress, but I don't like it too tight because I want to be able to bloat because I probably just
I
had.
always wear slip dresses. I feel like those show a lot.
You don't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing. Like, I have an ass, so if I wear something tight, it looks like I'm in a Fashion Nova commercial. Like, I feel like it is a little distracting. And for
Yes,
me,
it calls attention to not your jokes.
it's less than
Yeah.
I'm like, people aren't going to get the punchline because my ass is out. It's more that I want to feel comfortable on stage and I don't want to feel like the old guy in the front row is just like staring at my butthole the whole time.
Yeah.
Not you.
Oh no!
I felt accused.
It's not,
But I do want to normalize like more fashion in comedy, like girls wearing like cooler things, whatever they want. I don't care if my boobs are out, like who gives a fuck? It's more like you want to feel confident on stage.
And I think I'm actually worried about women just being very distracted by my body on stage because I know I fixate on women's bodies. If it's in front of me, I'm like, oh, look at her ankles, look at her.
Look at her
wrist,
ankles. That
holy
was the
shit.
first. Why the ankles and the wrist?
I was talking to a friend who's very insecure about other women's ankles because
my
she has
God.
cankles.
I always wear boots.
Heart goes out to her.
Yes.
But so I'm covering up just because I'm like, okay, let's just skip that. Let's skip that distraction and just go Billie Eilish on this motherfucker.
Which I do, especially when I'm working on material. I have like a working on material. Like this is a working on material outfit where I'm just in sweats. Because
Same.
you know the men show up looking like shit.
like shit.
like complete shit.
Absolute
And for me to go to to comedy, I have to put foundation on. I have to put some like makeup on. I have to put mascara on. I have to like comb my hair. I have to pick an outfit. I could have been writing jokes in that time.
Yeah.
That's when a man's writing jokes.
No, it's true.
Well, no, you notice that comedians when they start, they like. I always like to dress a certain way on stage.
Yeah.
I used to bring a fresh shirt to each show, like a dry clean shirt. and I would
Adorable.
change into it.
Adorable.
But
now
you-
I know your family thought you were gay.
If it was, I'd have such a big career right now. Oh my god!
It'd do a lot better
Oh
for
my
you.
You should at least
Gay.
be bi.
Yeah, at least.
You have to just
start-
like kiss
start
one
selling
guy.
That, just start selling that. And be like,
I know some girls who just say they're bi.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, we think you were
It's good for
all
your
bi.
career.
Like it's not. If you're all bi.
I mean,
don't think-
Some women just want to be interesting, so they throw the bi thing in there. I'm like, talk to me when you've had some labia in your mouth.
You're like you
know?
watch one football game and now you're bi.
Right.
Calm down.
Yeah.
We all love Dua Lipa. All right, let me know
We all love
when
Dua
it's real.
Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. But guys will progressively, like the longer you know them, you'll start to see that they dress worse and worse and worse. And care
Unless
less
you're
and less
Des
and less.
Bishop.
He dresses phenomenal.
But he gets shat on every day for it. But it's like his thing. My fiance comes, who dresses normal. He's a normal dude. He's in sweats all the time. When he gets on stage, even if it's the smallest room, he's in like a full suit.
He looks great though.
Yeah, I've seen him perform like a few times. I feel like he's always dressed up.
Always dressed up.
But
It's
he
his
looks
shtick.
great.
It's
But
his
he
shtick.
But he looks great.
Yeah, I mean he's a sex icon. Good for him. My friend once told me, they were like, "How are you so ratchet and he's so put together?" And I'm like, maybe that's why we get along.
Yeah. Compliment.
One of us has like he's the diva in the relationship in like the best way.
Yeah.
But he lets me do my thing.
I like to think there's a stable and a rodeo in each relationship. Usually the rodeout's the blackout drunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the stable is the person who just like keeps it moving, is very grounded. Which one would you say each of you
It's
are?
interesting because I use the flower and gardener metaphor,
I like
or
that.
like the rock and the balloon, like holding it down. Not to get too deep, but I watched a documentary about Dr. Dre, and his wife at the time was like, "I'm the rock and he's the balloon." And I was dating a comic at the time, and I was like, "I'm nobody's rock. I'm not a fucking rock.
We're both balloons.
I'm like, and like, I guess if you're both balloons, it could be chaotic." And I just remember being like, I can feel myself like becoming just that like quiet girlfriend who stands there and just like, "Nice to meet everyone," and then you just go home and you wait for like, and that's so not me, and I was hating it. But Des uniquely, I think, because he's older in his comedy career. Because he's exhausted. No, as in he's accomplished a lot.
older.
He's
he
accomplished.
has perspective.
Exactly. And he's not like competitive at all. Like he's done so much in his career, and I think ideally you don't want one or the other, because Dr. Dre did get divorced. You want to be able to switch, and we're
it is
actually
dynamic.
We're very good at that. We're like, when it's his moment, I'm like so proud of him. When it's my moment, he's proud of me.
You guys are both the rock and the balloon.
We're trying, and I think it's because I go into a relationship like I'm not a caretaker. Like, you know, you in the beginning are like acting like you're clean or like you cook or something.
Right.
I don't fuck with that.
play a part.
You know, early on we're not fucking with that. So it's like I don't attract guys who want a mom, who want a caretaker. And
Yeah.
Des is so fucking independent because he's been single his whole life. So we both have a very independent mentality, and we switch off when we need each other.
That's healthy.
We'll see. I've only known him for like a year and a half, so. But it's working.
But we're getting
so
married
far.
in 2 months.
We're getting married in 2 months. When you know, but no one really knows.
What
Yeah,
does
it's
Dr.
true.
Dre say?
Dr. Dre's wife left him. I think
Yeah.
he was abusive.
What?
Look at me just throwing stuff on podcasts. I am chaotic on podcasts.
Do you want kids? Are you guys gonna have kids? Is that a weird question? Are you allowed to?
It's not a weird question.
How many kids?
Well, Des basically was like, "I want kids," but then he was like, you're a kid, so we need to like factor this in.
Yeah,
So I
1000%.
think we're gonna wait a little bit, and then it's weird with your career because I feel like I'm like just coming into getting really busy in comedy, but look at Ali Wong. She had a baby, and that made her. So
Too.
who knows? I just know that I want to make enough money to have someone to help us take care, that including my mom.
You don't
Yep.
have to pay your mom.
Yeah.
There we go. Then you're ready.
And I'm fucking ready. I do feel like it's weird because I was single, 29, in a pandemic. And I was like, okay, like I'm probably
It's
not going to
over
meet
now.
someone until I'm 35. Like my mom started to have that talk where she's like, so what do you think it is? Why do you think you haven't met someone? I remember being like, Mom, I remember being like, everyone I've been with has not been my person. It's not like three of them got away and I fucked it up.
yeah.
Right.
And then when Des and I met, like we got engaged in 6 months, and it all happened so fast. So when people were like, "Do you want a kid?" I was like, "I didn't even date. I just got engaged one day."
Yeah.
So it's
But
all
does he
happening
want
kind of
kids?
fast.
Has he ever-
He does, but I think he's also enjoying like our relationship, like traveling, seeing
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
could do.
Hey, he has all the time in the world, and your clock is not ticking that hard. You have a little time too.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
I would say like maybe 2-3 years, but also
No, you have more than that.
I'm very chaotic with my birth control, so who knows?
Me too, man.
You could freeze them.
always
I don't
forget it.
That
It's
is
intense, though.
Intense.
It's a
Yeah.
miracle.
Freezing?
It's truly a miracle I haven't had an abortion. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I joke that with birth control, some people are very timely, everyday military, and then some people are like, if I miss 2 days, can I take 3?
Yes, you can.
And then I miss
I
4
asked-
days and I take 7. Then I snort a Plan B, and you're like, I'm on track. Fuck me.
One time I missed 4. I called up 10 different pharmacies to ask if I could take 4 at once.
But they treat birth
Until
control.
somebody said yes.
They treat birth control like heroin. Like I lost one of my packs, and I like
They
just
do.
was like, can I have some birth control? And they were like, no, your prescription has been used. And I was like, but I lost it. And they're like, okay, crackhead. And I'm like, I just don't want to have a
It sounds like you
baby.
were being a little cracky about it.
I
though.
was being cracky because I was like, I don't want to use a condom.
Why are they monitored so hard?
Because of the Christians, I don't know.
They want us to have babies.
It's not a controlled substance, but you can't get more of it. If you lose that pack, like you're donezo.
Yeah, like it's not just
Why?
You're
M&Ms.
pregnant.
Why is there a street value on it?
I don't know.
No,
I
there
should really
isn't.
have.
No,
I should
they're just
Google this.
controlling women's reproduction rights.
Yeah. Ryan,
No, I'm on board with that. But
if you had, if you
I thought that was a good idea. Didn't we establish you're all a bunch of whores? That's,
wait, this
Well,
kinda-
we're not whores if we have 7 kids that we have to take care of. No one's fucking you then. They're all busy watching
it's
their
true.
their children they didn't want.
Right.
Wow, this
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 is to blend the
deep
themes
cuts.
together with food and having babies. If you had a wife and she had a baby, would you eat the placenta, Brian?
what?
yeah.
People
that
eat the
a thing?
placenta
For
yeah, they
the
eat
story, absolutely.
No,
for the plot.
I live in a first world country. No.
Okay, he doesn't want to eat the placenta.
Why would
Can
I
you
eat the
say
placenta?
that? Can you say first world country anymore?
Why not?
Ryan can.
Why can't you say what's wrong with saying?
I feel like it's like, look, it's weird to be like third world country.
I'm not saying to slight anyone. I said we were a first world country.
No, we had a Brazilian comic the other day. He said himself he lived in a third world country.
I'm just trying to cancel people on their own podcasts.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's
my
Ryan.
latest thing.
You canceled.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
get off the mic. Get off the go do an apology tweet.
Who eats placenta?
Celebrities.
Well, a lot of
Everyone's
celebrities.
eating
You can
it.
get them made into pills, though. You don't have to.
Oh yeah,
you don't have
can
to
get
just
it.
chew them.
I think you should chew it.
If you're
Do you
hard.
have a? You just think that, or you have like a rationale?
No, I just think it's so good for the story.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's a great podcast story. The content I could get from that is incredible. Maybe make a TikTok while I'm doing it. Who
Right.
knows?
It's
You'd
true.
have to
have a
make it with
series.
something. You'd have to make it with like eggs or something. It couldn't just be straight placenta.
There's a Kardashian Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode where like Kourtney
Yeah.
gets her
Yeah.
placenta and she makes a meal with it and feeds it to her family.
That's amazing. She's a savage.
They have
She's
great
amazing.
TV.
I feel like cut it up and make ceviche. Raw.
Oh, so you're gonna eat it raw.
Raw.
Oh God.
A little lime.
I don't know if it's the same as fish.
You're gonna be a good mom.
I do love children. But yeah, we'll see.
Are they going to play tennis?
Oh God, that's a loaded question.
Are you gonna let them do comedy?
I'm just the only problem with. There's many problems with being with a comic, but one of them is our kid is going to be never shut the fuck up. They're going to be so annoying, so sarcastic, like such a little bitch. Whatever brings them
Sounds
joy,
lovely.
let them do. I just like our kid is not going to be like or it'd be funny if our kid was just like a little quiet, polite wallflower.
Were you a fat kid? I feel like it's hard to
Oh
raise a
God,
skinny
no.
kid.
Ew, no.
Oh, I was a fat kid.
I grew up with like I had a
You went with
6-pack.
ew?
I had a actually
fuck
you.
fat kids are adorable. I'm not gonna lie. The
Which one is it,
folds-
Hannah?
No, I had like I'm a very naturally muscular person, so
Good
I had
for
like
you.
huge calves, like a perky butt, abs. Like people would
Right out of the
Red
womb.
light.
right out of the womb. Like when I was like 3 years old, my mom said people comment on my body like in a muscular way, not
I
like
thought you
sexual.
said cum on my body. Oh God.
We know where your mind's at. So yeah, I've also always been naturally muscular. So I guess also like I never tried to be the skinny girl because I always was like, these are my muscles that make me good at sports.
These are my muscles.
Yeah, a guy did call me man arms when I was younger, and I haven't forgotten about it. And I still will like not wear certain dresses because I think my arms look too muscular in them.
That's why I wear long sleeves.
You agree?
Yeah, gotta hide my arms.
Yep.
I
I
I
don't think
shave
I've
my
ever-
arms because of a
Well,
comment
yeah, that's a good.
early
Yeah,
on.
that's not bad. I would shave your arms. That's a good call.
I have-
but I've
yeah, I
never
have hairy
noticed
arms.
a
I
woman's.
used to bleach the arm hair in middle school. I stopped.
Good.
Used to bleach it.
I'm just trying to normalize like letting women exist the way their bodies naturally are because we have to change so much shit.
I know.
And then
It's
Ryan's over
true.
here like, what? You put some gel in your hair?
Have you ever been waxed?
Oh yeah.
Where?
Well, I'm before comedy. I used to go to a salon like twice a week,
And get waxed twice a week? That's a lot.
once every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Till the lady, my eyebrows. I used to get my eyebrows.
just
Oh
waxed.
your
yeah,
eyebrows.
don't do your eyebrows anymore.
I don't because one
They look
time this
good.
lady ripped off
Skin.
yeah. And
Yeah.
That
that
happened to
was
me
that.
too.
Yeah, that happened to
was
me.
She did it when she
no
was
more of
waxing
that.
my mustache, and then I had a scab mustache. That's delicious.
A blood stash.
Yeah. People on my volleyball team called me
It's not-
Scabula.
It's
for a
not,
while.
it's not herpes. I was waxing.
It was just my mustache.
Yeah, I have a heavy mustache.
Everyone's, but you're, when you're on stage, people are looking at you. I feel like everyone's conscious of that, though.
Yeah. I also, no, it's so funny. Des is way more vain than me. I have reverse body dysmorphia where I always think I'm like way hot. Like I think I'm the hottest person in the
Yeah,
world. Like I
I
think
get that
everyone
too.
wants to fuck me all the time. Like
That's what I
just,
thought when I went to
that's my
college,
energy.
and then I got there, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm hideous.
Wow.
I just feel like my ego's not attached to how my body looks
That's wonderful.
in a way.
I'm
Like
so
do I
jealous.
feel overweight right now? I am 10 pounds overweight and I'm aware of it, but not enough to like
Care.
work out.
Yeah.
Right. It's
But
not
I'm
getting
like-
in the way of your daily life.
No, well, I did have an eating disorder when I was 16. 'cause
Which one?
Who doesn't?
Butthole
Okay.
bulimia.
It's but bulimia. That's one. That's a consistent throughout my life.
Right.
It's
Same.
actually called female athlete triad syndrome, which is a thing.
No, yeah, a lot of girls had eating disorders.
So
Sports.
basically, I went to this tennis academy when I was 14 years old. No parents. Things were feeling chaotic. I had a lot of pressure to be like the best I could be. My parents were putting money into it. They were like changing stuff about my game that I wasn't always comfortable with. And I just got into full like, I'd work out before the 6 hours of tennis. Like I'd go for a run in the morning to just be like, I have to
Yeah.
make sure I'm successful. And then I was eating like full chicken and pasta, like oatmeal in the morning, but I would just eat that like one serving they'd give me, which is a lot of calories, but compared to what I wasn't trying to lose weight. I was trying to be like the most healthy. And then like one day I looked in the mirror and like I'd lost my period and I was so skinny.
I didn't get mine until
And
I
I
was
was
18 because I was
super
playing
depressed.
sports.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it at 14 and then I lost it.
Yeah. Which is almost more
So
concerning.
female athlete triad syndrome is the combination of losing your period, overworking out, and under eating.
Oh, looks like I had it.
Yeah. So I was never like eating an apple and that was what I was doing all day, but I was eating probably like 2,000 calories and
enough.
burning off insane amounts.
Like the whole 2000.
Yeah, and then you just
No, you're at a deficit.
I left the academy and I did like a little bit of therapy, but immediately being out of that situation, I got my eating back because it's been in my family, anorexia. It's a lot of like type A strong women in my family. So I immediately was aware of what was going on and I immediately was like, you deserve to enjoy food.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't had eating problems since I was 16. And to anyone like listening who has it, like sometimes people be like, oh, you'll always be,
No,
you know.
I snapped out of it too.
You can snap out of it.
Yeah.
It's because it's not actually about the food. It's about control. And I remember I just didn't want to think about my real problems, so I would obsess over food. And once you can start addressing your real problems, which for me was like the situation I was in,
Yeah.
I got back to normal. And I'm whenever I do feel a little like, oh, you should not eat a bit, I'm immediately like, I would never want to go back to that place where I'm just obsessed with eating because you can't succeed in things. That's
No.
like your only relationship.
Yeah.
And you can't actually live a full life.
Yeah, and you can't have the energy you need.
But everyone goes through it, I feel like, as women.
yeah, most women, yeah.
And Ryan.
Do you need a tissue?
Don't come for me like that. Don't come for me like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do.
Every time I say something nice to Ryan over text, he sends the emoji of somebody throwing up.
Yeah, that's why he's single.
I'm actually suggesting to you, you're a little pudgy. Throw up.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's exactly what Hannah and I needed to hear.
This is good for cheat meal though. This is food
Oh
oriented.
well, no. Well, I mean, like, yeah. I did everything. I had to go to a nutritionist to lose weight
I
to
went
figure
to
out
one
how to
too,
eat. I
yeah.
had no idea. I was just flying blind. And then when I got on a program, I was able.
Like you didn't know what was healthy and what wasn't.
No, my family's
You
very.
should see the photos.
My family's very athletic.
He was
so they
very-
weren't like like you can do it. They were like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like you're
because
fat.
naturally they just like burned the stuff. My mom actually was a nutritionist for a bit. My mom.
I mean, like I went to a nutritionist because I just had no idea how to eat or
Did
what
she
to
take
eat.
you off salt? My nutritionist took
No.
me off salt. I
No.
had to use fake salt. I was like, this is a bit much.
No, it was just kind of like I had to give up drinking beer. I had to she would make all the meals for the week.
No more working at the pizza shop.
No, I was working. That would be one of my cheat meals. I would have
Nice.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of you 320 pounds eating pizzas while you deliver them.
They wouldn't let me behind the counter. I was so big.
Yeah, you told me
The
that.
owner thought he didn't tell me to my face, but he just looked at me the first day and he's like, "Yeah, why don't you wait on the other side of the counter?" Because he thought I was gonna eat all the pizza.
Oh my god.
That's so insulting.
What an ass.
Oh, it's fine.
He was like, it was true. I was the rice balls, shove it to the face.
Oh, rice balls are great.
Oh, I fucking love rice balls.
Rice
but
balls
I
and-
do. When you said relationship with food, it's so important. People now it's called like intuitive eating, but it's very like if I had a huge meal, like right now I'm probably gonna have a big meal. Listen to my body. Am I actually gonna be that hungry later? Like stop when your body wants you to stop. Listen to the. I eat really fast, so sometimes I don't know
Yeah,
when
it's
I'm
hard-
full,
yeah.
and then like 2 hours later I'm like I'm dying. But I do think it's listening to your natural body and what it wants from you, and balancing it out. That trusting that it will balance. Oh, sorry, it was going in and out for a second.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
We'll play.
I think
through
we're
it.
good.
Yeah, we're good.
Just stay
Is
still.
everything plugged in?
Yeah, I just checked.
Sometimes your body wants to eat. Sometimes it wants cocaine. You have to listen
Yeah.
to what it's saying to
It's
you.
all about being in touch
Yes.
with your
Yeah.
body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was on that nutritionist program, she made all my food for the week. So it took all the thought out of the food,
Yeah.
and it took the power out of it. It became, I don't know what I'm going to, like I used to obsess over what I was going to eat for dinner.
Yes.
Once that was already taken care of, there was no,
You'd have to think about it all day.
Did you
There's nothing
ever
to think
want to
about.
be naughty and just like go get a pizza?
yes, that's why I would have a cheat meal, or I think at the time I was doing like 2 or 3 cheat
You're
meals.
like, that was my
Yeah.
cheat month.
Well,
Just
you said you wanted to maybe go like on like stuff for ADHD. It really curbs your hunger. It's insane. Like you don't want to eat anymore.
well, girls are doing it to lose weight.
Yeah, and it works.
But
me
it's
tell ya.
also I get nervous like because when I'm hungry I will get faint. Like I'm one of those eaters where like some people are less intense with their hunger. I have like
Angry
freak
hunger.
out hunger.
Same.
You'll get,
So
like,
I'm afraid
hypoglycemic.
if I was doing the ADHD meds that I would like faint or something.
Yeah, you'd have to force yourself to eat before you take it, probably, and then yeah. But I definitely just like make myself eat.
Do you feel as funny?
Yeah, but then it wears off at the end of the day, and you kind of have this down.
Yeah.
That it makes it a little harder. But that's why I'm addicted to weed. So we're
Well,
good.
I've been told that at the Adderall, it's like it takes some of your creativity away because it kind of doesn't let your brain wander.
Yeah, right. But if your brain wanders so much that you can't be productive, then
True.
there's I don't know. You got to balance it, I guess.
True.
True. Verdad.
Well,
It's
we
true.
do have a cheat meal prepared for you.
Oh my
Our
God.
chef ran away. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
where
went to go get tortillas. He's back. I saw
was-
him
Oh, he's
go
back.
in.
Okay.
He's working on
I
it.
think he knows. I think he's coming out
I mean,
soon.
yeah, he has to know.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we. I don't know. Should I let him reveal it?
What?
What?
No.
What did he make?
No, he's late. You can reveal it.
Oh, so he made you some sort of special quesadilla,
I'm so
Quesadilla.
excited.
which is also what you had when you performed at the beach house.
It was.
You
And
brought a
we-
lot of food to the cellar. from
We
the
had a
beach
little
house.
debacle because I said, Ryan, I'd love a quesadilla. But he's busy. He's running his show. He's the big boss. And it was taking a
He's the
while.
big
So
boss.
then
Big
I
boss.
went up
Big
to
ass
some
boss.
other guy and I was like, hey, get me a quesadilla. I didn't
That's
know
how you
that-
said it?
Yeah. I said, get me a quesadilla
Hey.
now. But I didn't know Ryan ordered it from like a different
Yeah,
restaurant.
it's next door.
So, but like this restaurant had quesadilla. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there with quesadilla and Ryan's like, I got you a quesadilla. And I was like, yeah, that's no problem. We'll double up.
Yeah, that's no problem.
And then we showed up at the cellar like a full Friendsgiving with so much
Yeah.
food, and
6
none of the
boxes.
comics wanted to eat because they were about to go on stage.
I was throwing up.
Oh,
You were
that's right.
throwing
You were
up,
throwing
which
up.
I was trying to ignore because it was I didn't want it to affect my
Yeah,
meal.
I'm so sorry.
I was like, can you please
I'm
do
so
that
sorry for
somewhere else?
inconveniencing you.
It's wonderful that you ate through that.
I did eat through her
Yeah,
throw
I
up.
was throwing up. She's just eating her quesadilla.
But like
Sucks for
it was
her.
a cold quesadilla, but I still ate that shit.
I saw you.
Yeah. Loved it. Loved it.
T was a little nervous about going on in the cellar.
Well, my boyfriend was there, and I left him in Miami to come here, and I didn't want him to see me and be like, "Great, you left to become a shitty idiot." Like, great. So, yeah, I didn't do great.
There's no way around that. It's comedy. You're always
Yeah, I
gonna be a
know.
shitty idiot.
I know. I just was hoping to be an okay idiot.
All right, here we go, ladies
Oh
and
my
gentlemen.
god, it's happening.
It's happening.
Oh my gosh, this looks gorgeous.
Our chef Brian Tsao's coming over with.
Thank you, Brian.
What's up, everybody?
Jump on mic, buddy.
Am I jumping on this one?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Kitty and I will share mine.
This is gorgeous.
I'm gonna get some photos. Why don't you take away the conversation, T?
All right, what do you have for us here?
All right, here I made a. What's up, everybody?
Hello, this
Hey,
is
what's going on?
Brian, Chef Brian.
If I'm a little sweaty, it's because I made quesadillas and I forgot to bring the tortillas, so I had to run to the deli to get tortillas. But I made it happen.
I knew that you probably had to go buy some.
Yeah.
I
You
noticed
could have
that.
just done a deconstructed quesadilla with
Just a
no
pile of cheese.
Yeah.
Pile of cheese and chicken, right? Yeah. That probably would have worked as well.
It looks beautiful.
You
So
did it, man.
This is a spiced chicken with some paprika, garlic, a little bit of cumin powder. There's an ají verde in there.
Cilantro.
On the side, there's some cilantro. There is a Monterey Jack, pepper jack, cheddar blend, as well as just some fresh sliced lime. So dip it, squeeze a little bit of lime, and, well, enjoy.
I feel like I'm on the Food Network.
Dig in, dig in.
You just want the sauce.
I'm just gonna drink this.
You're just going to
Oh
shoot
my god.
sauce?
Just shot it. I feel like the Food Network is the only non-toxic channel on TV.
Ryan's getting plates, but I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for it.
I feel like yeah, if you think about it, HGTV there's like divorces and shit. The Food Network, everyone seems like
Fuck, that's good.
they get along.
I don't know, putting 4 chefs in a kitchen and they have to duke it out in half an hour and get judged by a bunch of people.
Have you done anything on Food Network?
I've done Chopped. And I've also beat Bobby Flay.
Oh my god, Beat Bobby Flay is my favorite
Yes.
thing to watch. When I'm on the road, I put on Beat Bobby Flay. Wait, okay, tell me everything. What did you make for Beat Bobby Flay?
So I was season 1 only winner, and I challenged him to a meat taco face-off. So first round,
Oh, so you didn't try to trick him. You were like, meat taco?
no,
Let's do it.
yeah. So I did Chopped the year before, and I lost bad. I was the first one Chopped. My goal going into Chopped was to not get Chopped first. I was like, if I get Chopped second,
You went
or
in
third,
fear-based.
Yeah, went in fear-based, totally lost. So when I signed up for Beat Bobby Flay, the first thing I told myself is no holding back. I'm going to challenge him to the least thing he'd expect because, everyone knows he's all about his Tex-Mex. So I challenged him to a meat taco face-off, and, luckily it paid off,
That's crazy.
Did a little bit of those mind games, gave him the stare of death during our stare downs and stuff, which I should mention, he not once made eye contact with me.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, even at the
Bitch.
end when you beat him?
No, never made eye contact.
Oh my
there's
God.
there's a
That's
scene.
so lame.
So there's a scene where it's us staring each other down, and the cameras are circling around us, and the entire time he didn't make eye contact. Yeah.
You say anything to you?
No, he was nice. He was super professional. Like there was one part of the competition where I couldn't find a corkscrew to open a bottle of wine. And he brought it all the way over from his station to mine, which I'm sure he regretted at the end when he lost. But
Yeah.
I'm sure he wished
How
he would have
close was
said.
your timing?
So for the tacos, I was actually done early. They don't show that though on camera because
The editing is so quick on Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a huge Beat Bobby Flay fan.
Please go ahead.
When I'm on the road, it's like I watch cable, and when I put the Food Network on, and Beat Bobby Flay gets me fucking pumped.
He's legit though. I mean, he was a professional the entire way. He definitely was a tough challenge. He really worked at his dish, but came up a little short.
What did you do? What did you do for Chopped? What were your ingredients?
Oh God, it haunts me to this day. So it was watermelon, canned marrow fat peas, chicken tenders, and chicken livers.
That sounds horrible.
So you were talking about editing, right? How editing is can be so fast paced, but editing, if you do it right, can really like change the entire narrative of a video.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Oh, yeah.
I did reality TV. I know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So you know very well, right? You know exactly what I'm talking
Did they
about.
make you seem like you didn't know what the hell was going on?
No, they made me seem like I knew exactly what I was doing.
Oh, so you were cocky.
So they were, no, I wasn't even cocky either. They were focusing on the other contestants talking all this shit. And I was like the quiet guy, and everyone's like, oh, that dude has 2 restaurants. I'm totally scared of him, pointing at me. And of course, when they did the reveal of who was chopped, everyone's completely shocked.
Oh, to make it dramatic.
Yeah, to make it a lot more dramatic. And funny enough, when I got chopped the day of, I was like, oh, I fucked that up. I deserve to be chopped. I don't deserve to be there. But after watching the episode and seeing how they edited, I was pissed. I was like, no, I shouldn't have been chopped. No, what a steal. Like, what the fuck?
So you wouldn't have made something different if you had to do it again?
No, I actually would have made the same dish. I was so fucking nervous that I forgot to salt everything. And I can tell you,
Oh yeah, you got to do that. You got to
you
salt.
still-
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah. I mean,
salt.
come on,
Season.
come on.
you can put in.
I'm having another piece.
Yeah, it's for
go
you.
for it.
It's your cheat meal.
This is your cheat meal. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, it's pretty healthy.
I think
Chicken
so.
quesadilla.
Well,
Is
yeah.
it? It's cheese and carbs, but it's delicious.
I
Dude,
am.
It's
appreciate it.
incredible.
I grew up eating a lot of pasta. Like my family's Italian, whatever. So for dinner every night we'd have pasta with
You're
a different.
Italian?
It's literally my brand. It's the only important thing about me. But one day it's sausage, one day it's broccoli, one day it's beans. And people will be like, "Oh my God, you grew up eating pasta. It's so bad for you." But I feel like people's bodies
Adjust.
handle. Like I feel like in the Italian genetics, like pasta's important for us. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't make me blow up or anything.
Same.
Well, he made. What'd you make, Matteo? You made pasta for Matteo.
I
didn't you?
made carbonara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a picky man.
He is a very picky man, and his complimenting of my carbonara was a huge compliment. Yeah.
Oh, so he was being a little competitive.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Definitely.
He's already told me he wants to make his carbonara for you. He wants to come back on and cook.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I would love to see how he makes it because I've
If
only.
if his cooking is anything like his Instagram, I would imagine he's probably going to be naked while he's cooking
Amazing.
because he has
That
perfect
sounds
abs.
so scary. You could get something hot on your body.
But if you really
he's
know,
very in
That's
shape.
what he wants.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cuisine to cook?
I was saying my last my death row meal would be my mom's cooking, which is Korean food. I'm all about the Korean food. I
Why
can
would you
have-
be on death row? What'd you do?
Oh, many reasons. I just can't talk about it because I don't want to go to jail today.
Jail's
So
not
my
so bad.
first job was a hostess at a Korean barbecue
Oh no shit.
restaurant in Park Slope called Moim.
Mhm.
And that's where I fell in love with like bibimbap, vermicelli, the duck.
I love Korean food.
It is
good.
so freaking good.
I live
So,
next to K-Town, so I always go.
Yes. See, look at us making it food related. You were worried for a second.
Well, I mean, we exhausted all the period.
And then I
talk, so-
fuck all over K-Town.
You missed, you missed it. They shit on every comedian, and then they talked about their periods, birth control.
Sounds like a Wednesday. Sounds like a Wednesday 1 o'clock
yeah,
at
so-
the comedy
Talked about
Cellar.
butthole bulimia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
butthole
butthole
bulimia.
It
bulimia.
affects a lot of women.
Yeah. Really, really on brand, I think today.
This is fantastic. You know, I
I
have a restaurant to build out right now, and you know, a lot of questions to answer for contractors. But I would rather be here and talk about butt bulimia
What,
with you.
what is the name of your
He's
restaurant?
like, I'm actually way too busy to be here right now, but thank you for having me.
The name of the restaurant, it's actually a sandwich shop. It's going to be opening up in Williamsburg, Brooklyn,
On 420.
on 420.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
forget that, people. And it's on South 2nd and Bedford Ave. It's called Mission Sandwich Social. Check it out. We're also, you can find us on all the social medias at Mission Sandwich.
Is it connected to Mission Chinese?
It's inspired. No, it is not connected to Mission Chinese, but it is inspired by the Mission District and San Francisco style sandwiches. You're just gonna have to check it out and see what it's about.
God, I can't wait until
it
we're
out.
doing a comedy show there.
You guys,
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, hey, we should do a monthly comedy show here. I'm like, God damn it.
do you get complaints about chewing into the mic during this?
No, it's ASMR. People love it.
Oh, okay, because
Do you know what that is?
yes.
I don't know.
She's
Of course I
not
know what
50.
ASMR is. Of course I know that there's kids just like breaking ice on the internet making millions of dollars and I'm not. Like that's of course I know what ASMR is. But the first time I ever did radio, I ate like a scone and it was like super dry and the woman at first was like, you did great, and then she's like, I'm getting harassed with like emails being like, "How dare you let that girl eat a scone on air?" And we called Scone-gate. So I've like triggered by eating on air because I was told, she was like, "You have potential, but if you ever eat on air again, I'll never have you on the show." And I was like, in my athlete mindset, it was a 2-hour radio show, so I was like, I need some
Yeah,
calories.
you gotta eat.
So I started eating this scone. So anyway,
What was that? What, Sirius?
it was a girl who used to be on Sirius, and then she had her own like Patreon thing. Taylor Strecker.
Who? What?
Taylor Strecker.
Taylor Strecker.
Taylor Strecker. Great radio host.
Yeah.
Good friend today. She put me on.
Okay. I believe you. I just like the fact
They
that you
made
said her
up.
name while you had a
Scone-gate's
full
over.
mouth.
So I was
Yeah.
stuffing my face. I thought it was cute.
Oh, no, I loved it.
No,
It was great.
It was cute.
Ultimate compliment to a chef. Appreciate it.
So,
Dunzo. Done.
Awesome.
Can't wait to butthole
Brian,
you
that
this
was
later.
so good. I
Oh,
can't
you-
wait for it to
You
go through
finished
me.
everything, huh?
Yeah.
I told you. I tried to tell you.
Fuck off, Brian.
I was listening
Someone
in.
was
I
hungry.
Yeah. Where did it go?
You fat fuck.
So, 420, your sandwich shop's opening.
Yep. That's right.
And other
Choke
than that, don't. I was about to say don't die, and then I was like, well, maybe if you did die, it would help. So
We'd get a lot of views.
That would be incredible podcast. That would make podcast
this is
history if
this
someone
is-
died right now.
Carl died. I started this with Carl.
But
Ruiz.
I'm dying and
He
no
fucking died.
and no one cares.
No. We keep this going in Carl's memory. Son of a bitch. I texted him, don't die, and he fucking died that night. You believe that?
Man, what an asshole.
Did the police ask you questions?
No. He passed away in his sleep.
Ryan
Oh,
would be
that's
the
what
first
you're going
person I
with?
would ask.
He was in Maryland. I wasn't
You
nowhere
can't.
near him.
You can't. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's your alibi.
I could
Interesting.
see I could see Ryan doing violent crimes.
No.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure.
Financial crimes.
He
yes.
got bullied as a kid for being chubby, and then he finally took it out
Well,
one day at the cellar.
So you were in China, right?
Yeah, I lived in
So that's
China
an
for
interesting
6 years.
connection. Is that her fiance is Des Bishop, who toured as a comedian in China.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Right on.
He speaks Mandarin.
I didn't know they still allow comedy in China. I had no idea.
It was a whole thing where like you couldn't talk about certain material.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went there to learn how to do Mandarin, do stand up, and he fell in love with China. Now we live right by Chinatown, so I'll get him to like haggle me, rip off bags, and he also just like
Rolexes.
yes, he makes fun of me because he's like, "Do you want to eat real Chinese or your chicken and broccoli Chinese?" But he loves like all the authentic Chinese, and then he likes showing off his Mandarin.
Yeah, the first show I ever saw him at was in New York Comedy Club, and he asked if there was anybody Chinese in the audience, and then he just spoke Chinese for like 10 minutes, and everybody was just like, all the Chinese people loved it. And I'm just sitting there like, what are they fucking
And the
saying?
Americans are like interested, but it's weird.
Yeah,
It was interesting.
The Chinese people in mainland China love any white people that can speak Chinese, and they just look surprised every single guy.
And he's like tall with blue eyes, so
So
they
they
already
love
think
that.
he's Larry Bird, and they're just like really into
They
it.
like, I heard they like pet tall people.
They take photos
Yeah.
with tall. Oh, that may be Japan. I don't know.
I actually have a story. When I was in China, I was playing in a band, and it had a couple white guys in it. I was going to an international school, and there was one like talent recruiter or something like that. He asked us to play a show. I was like, great, I'll get the band together. He's like, about that, can you make it more white? And I'm like,
So just kick you out.
Can you turn white?
Yeah, I was like, excuse me? And he's like, can you get more white people? And I was like, yeah, but they don't play instruments. He's like, can you go behind a wall
Oh my god.
and play there and let them pretend to play? And I was like,
Did you say yes?
I did say yes.
Oh man,
And he
why'd
was-
you
They were
say
like, you'd be
yes?
great if you were
Listen,
behind the curtain.
I was 16 years old,
Yeah.
and he was
Fair,
offering
fair.
a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
I did it, and I
Why
have
am
an
I here?
amazing
I should
story.
just be in China right now. I could be
You'd be
touring as a
killing it.
musician.
Yeah.
You'd be the Justin Bieber of China.
Or you could just do the jokes from behind a wall, and
Yeah,
I'll just.
yeah, yeah.
I'll
I'm
just
imagining Ryan being the Justin Bieber.
Exactly.
What I didn't expect from authentic Chinese food is the amount of cumin they use.
Oh,
Like a lot of cumin.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Especially
expect that.
north and west, yeah, they definitely like their cumin. for
Yeah.
sure.
What's cumin?
You don't know what cumin is?
Why would I know
He's
what
white.
it is?
He doesn't know
It's
cumin
spelled
is.
cumin.
Okay.
Have you ever seen
That
that? in the
doesn't make
house?
it any more
Cumin?
appetizing.
Have you ever heard
Does
of
it ring a
cumin?
bell?
Oh, cumin. Oh,
yeah,
what did you
yeah.
say?
Was this
Cumin.
just paprika or was there cumin
There
in
was
this
smoked
too?
paprika, but there was a little bit of ground cumin in the.
I
in
love
the
cumin
chicken.
in guacamole. That's like my little like.
Are any of
secret
you
that I
guys
do.
cilantro taste like soap people?
No, but I make fun of my friends who are.
Yeah,
Yes,
good for you
as
for
they
not
deserve.
being.
I'm like
yeah.
be an
deserve
adult,
it.
like.
Yeah, I love cilantro.
But then I won't eat a salad. But if it's in avocado, I fuck with it.
You have your reasons for not eating a salad.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with warm avocado. Like if the avocado gets warm
In a sandwich?
I'm out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Ooh,
I like to separate it, keep it cold.
Because then it's warm and
So
creamy.
you don't
and
like
gooey.
eggs with avocado in a sandwich, melted cheese? No.
Disgusting.
I agree
Repulsive.
with you.
Room temperature is fine for me. What freaks me out is avocado egg rolls. I remember having those once. Not
They
a fan.
fry and
Too
fry
much
without
fat.
Fry it. Yeah,
Too much
yeah,
fat.
it's
You know, and
just-
the avocado must be so hot. It's in the fryer.
I feel like avocado and eggs have the same texture where, like, if you think the wrong thought, you're too aware that you're eating it, and then you're like, I'm done. I can't.
Same.
You're too woke, if you will, of the texture. You get too egg woke, and then you just take it
Egg
out of your
woke.
mouth.
You guys are so funny with the one mic, just like going in and out.
Hashtag egg
I
woke.
know they're about to kiss.
We're about to kiss,
Yeah. We established earlier that all women are bi.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah.
much better about myself knowing that.
And you're a parent, so
I
I
am
feel
a parent, and I have a daughter.
Yeah,
So
oh, great.
I think I'll go to her today after she gets out of school and be like, "Hey, honey, did you know that you're going to be bi one day?"
Maybe it's just white chicks. Maybe that's
I
just
don't know.
it.
She,
Maybe
she
you'll be okay.
recently got told a story of Bloody Mary, and I don't know, someone at her school told her about it, so now she's all freaking out about going into the bathroom. by
Oh,
herself.
I freaked out for a long time. I still get scared sometimes when the lights off at night that I think Bloody Mary's going to be there.
Someone, oh no, I'm going to forget. Someone has a bit where they're like, depression's weird because you're like, you're scared that a monster's going to eat you at night, but you're also like, please do it.
Just do it already. Get this over with.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that joke.
Is that your joke?
No.
You're like, yeah, it's mine, bitch.
No.
I mean, I said it poorly, but you get it.
That was great delivery.
It's okay. When you're scared of a monster taking you away, be like, it would be such a good story, though.
yeah, what?
Yeah.
Got any stand-up gigs coming up?
I do. I'm going to be at South by Southwest this weekend. Then I'm going to Atlanta, Charlotte, Denver, and Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin. So I'm busy.
Killing it.
Just traveling and eating my way through it.
Amazing.
I did go to Kansas City, though, and I didn't get the barbecue, and everyone was so mad at me.
Yeah, it's pretty
and I
rude.
was like, look, I'm from New York City. Like, I've had a barbecue before. And they're like, no, you haven't had like this. And I was like, I wasn't going to go out to
What
a
did you get
restaurant.
in Kansas?
Who knows?
Not a salad.
I order the worst shit.
Quesadilla.
Yeah, I got a
Quesadilla.
quesadilla.
Bar food.
I
With
like
cumin
order
in the
Indian
guac.
food in Kansas City and then be like, why am I sick?
And then your butthole blows up.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm like a stuck up New Yorker where I'm like, I have everything in New York and it's authentic. But I will next time I'm in Kansas City, I'll have a fucking rib to make everyone happy.
It's about the journey there, not necessarily about the destination.
That
does
was
that mean?
gay.
You're giving me a death stare right now.
What are you talking about?
He's like, it's not about the diarrhea, it's about the eating beforehand, okay?
It's about the diarrhea. As a butthole bulimist, I can tell you that.
That should be your like Hinge bio.
Butthole bulimist.
Your Instagram bio, butthole bulimist. It sounds super like intelligent and
It is.
interesting.
I'm sure if I told my daughter, "Oh, do you know what a butthole bulimist is?" She'll be like, "Tell me more."
I feel like we're going to be selling those T-shirts on Patreon.
It's hard work. It's hard work. Inflamed rectum at all times.
Oh God,
So inflamed.
I love that
Des-
ASMR. Hot butt.
Buttholes.
Sorry, fellas,
Clenching.
these ladies are taken.
You'd be surprised what some guys are into, Ryan.
Shit on the dick. Shit on the dick.
Oh.
Ass is in right now. Ass is hot.
Ass licking is in.
If you're not uncircumcised, when you get scared when you do anal, you'll get poop in the folds.
Good
Wow.
note.
Good note.
Good note.
Just a thought.
I mean, there's already shit in the folds. They have their own cleaning.
But what
Thing.
causes shit? Food. We're back to food.
We're back to food, and you thought we were taking you off track. We weren't. It's a full circle memento.
What do you like better, podcast or stand-up?
I enjoy stand-up more. But now I'm like shitting on your podcast. I
No,
love
not my
podcasts.
podcast. You have two.
Oh yeah, I have two.
You can shit on this. We've
I
been
just
shitting on it all
love being
day.
heard. I don't care what medium. I'm just a fucking ham. I'm just like, listen to me say things that I'm not qualified to talk
Do
about.
you know where that
ham?
term comes from? Anyone?
I didn't know that
Anyone?
was a term.
I don't
It's a
want to
term.
know. I
I'm
don't
going
want
to
to
tell you. I'm going to tell you. It's from back in the day. If you were an actor, you'd wear makeup and you'd have to take cream to take the makeup off, but it was expensive. So if you were a bad actor, they would use pig fat to take off the makeup. So as an insult, actors would say to other bad actors, "This guy smells like ham. He's a ham. He's a
That's
bad
actually
actor."
so interesting.
No
I would
shit.
eat the fat.
I
I'd just be like, put him in my mouth.
I smelled like ham after a house fire once.
A smoked ham?
I just smelled like ham for a long time.
For all of my entire life living with my parents, with the exception of living in China, my dad always had the fireplace going on in the winter, and we all smelled like fucking Texas barbecue every day. I can't tell you how many times I went to school and the teacher would walk by me and be like, did someone eat barbecue today? Like,
Brian, are you smoking 12 packs a day?
My first job was at Subway. I am a sandwich artist, just so you guys know, just so you're aware.
Yes.
the premier place to learn how
What
to make
Subway
sandwiches.
did you work
Subway.
at?
Italian BMT.
In Stony Brook,
Yeah, was that at a college?
in high school. I was so
No, was it
cute.
on the college campus though?
Oh, no, right outside of it, though. So I would
Okay.
feed the Stony Brook students.
No, because I've been in a Subway before. I've never seen anyone that looks like you. Like you walk in there,
I
it's
was
like a
the
little.
Subway snack, I must admit.
Are
did.
you fast with it? Like, are you like,
Oh,
more, tell me
yeah.
more? Because you know when you're like, I'll have the lettuce, and they're like, more, and I'm
Yeah. I would get frustrated with
remember.
motherfuckers. I'm
Yeah.
like, let's go, bread, cheese, meat, let's
Yeah.
do this. But I would have to grind the tuna in my hands. So it actually is pretty freaking fresh, like ground in a little white girl's hands. And I don't even eat fish, which is like embarrassing. I feel like a child, but the texture, I'm texture woke.
Yeah.
And I would smell like tuna for 3 days. I would cry. My
Yeah.
hands smelled like fish.
Then you were crying and you smell like tuna.
Yes, and then I once had to walk home with my polo because no one would pick me up. So much just embarrassment from Subway.
I actually am guilty of ordering tuna sandwiches at Subway when I was at college, and I'd go in the van, and everyone would be like, "Hannah, did you get tuna?" And I'm like, "Yeah, don't shame me for eating a protein-rich meal."
Nope, there's no excuse.
Oh, I'm that girl. I'll go in the Subway with tuna. I'll go in the airport with tuna. I'll eat tuna everywhere, and I don't give a fuck who it offends.
shame.
No
No
shame.
shame.
But
I
I
think
like
it's
the
the best
Italian
thing at
BMT
Subway.
recently.
I'm in a Subway commercial.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Doing what?
He's Jared. He plays
I'm-
Jared.
He's touching the kids.
It's a warning. It's a warning to everyone else. It's really a PSA.
You're the before.
This was before Jared. It was.
Oh wow.
Thank God. He's
No,
been
well,
around
it
a
was
long
before he
time.
got arrested. It was,
Oh, I was supposed to say before Jared. What was this? The 1800s?
No, yes, exactly.
I want to see a documentary about Jared.
I don't.
We need it.
I do. I want to know.
It'll be like
deep,
the Michael
fucked
Jackson
up shit.
documentary, but
Fatter.
Subway.
Yeah. Okay, why did this turn to a fat shaming podcast?
That's you, Mrs. Body fucking positivity. That was the beginning of it. Like I don't care.
I'm like, I'm fine being fat, but
I
Jared
look
should
great.
die.
And then as soon as it's about someone else, you're like, ew,
No,
fat.
I asked if
gross.
she was a fat kid, and she was like, "Ew."
You missed the whole like just be
I
beautiful.
I overheard some of it, and I agree with you, Ryan. I think you should bulk the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
I think you need shoulders that are like 5 inches broader.
Oh my god.
You'll talk about stand out.
Yeah, and I could like pick him up during the dance and spin him.
Yeah, where those
I'll make you all the quesadillas you need.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't tempt me, because you're about to get blown the fuck up. Be like, where's my quesadilla? Where's my? I have a quesadilla guy. He makes the best quesadillas in the
quesadilla
city.
guy.
Fucking pop out
I got
out
a guy.
of nowhere with
Oh
the
yeah, it's
quesadilla.
like a drug deal. I'm like, where's my quesadilla guy? Where's my fucking quesadilla guy?
She gets cracky about it.
Yeah, I do.
Bad in her birth control.
You just show up to random places I'm at, and I like behind the back, you give it to me, all sketchy and shit.
All the meanwhile, I've made maybe like 6 quesadillas in my entire career.
That was
Wow.
number 6.
And I was number 6 today.
Well, it was incredible. It was beautiful.
That was very delicious.
You beat Bobby Flay.
I did
Yeah.
with a baseball bat across
Yeah.
his head.
That's what he deserves
Fucking great.
for not looking at you.
Yeah.
All right, let's plug some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on tour, and then follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Being Burns, BeingBernz, and listen to my pods, Giggly Squad, if you want fun pop culture, stupid shit, and then if you want mental health comedy, Burning in Hell.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
What's mental health comedy?
I laugh at people's problems.
It's when mentally ill people do comedy.
I was like, you just shit all over fat
it's
people.
literally just
Comedy.
me just talking to comedians about how much they hate themselves.
Oh, fun.
But like, I like getting people that you look up to and then finding out like what keeps them up at night, what they hate about themselves, their insecurities. I make them take a marker and circle the parts of their body they don't like. It's a whole thing.
That sounds fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then she makes them sit on a washer.
Yeah. And then I call them gay.
I thought that was my job. All right, who's next? Who's plugging next?
All right. I'm Chef Brian Tsao. You can find me at Chef Brian Tsao on all social media platforms. Check me out on YouTube, Pro Chef Reacts, where I react to all kinds of cool food shit, tell you all the science behind it. And I got my sandwich shop opening up in Williamsburg, Brooklyn at Mission Sandwich. Find us on socials.
And who'd you name a sandwich after?
Oh, I named a sandwich after Steve Byrne, which made it onto the menu. He hasn't gotten to try it yet. The last couple times he came into town, he actually invited me out, but I was
I
always
love Steve Byrne. Hilarious.
So funny.
Truly
awesome.
iconic.
And he's half my people's, you know what I mean?
What's his
Only
other
half.
half?
I have no fucking clue. Whatever.
Not important.
Whatever variety of white.
You didn't see the sitcom he had? That's the sitcom was he was half white, Irish, and half
Korean.
Korean. All right.
Yeah.
And it was Sullivan and Son. It was on TBS for 3 seasons, I think.
I watch Netflix. I don't have cable.
I watch YouTube videos about true crime.
I mean, you must have been so mean in high school. If this is you now, like this is the adult you. I can't even imagine you as a senior.
No, I was not mean in high school at all. I'm goofing. I'm also New York, so like if I'm mean to you, it means I like you. Like if I didn't like you, I'd be here being like so like proper, like haha. This means I love Ryan.
No, she's like calling kids fat in the hallway. She's like, I'm goofing.
This is fun. I'm laughing. You're fat and gross. Funny.
Fat, I love you.
Why aren't you laughing with me?
Okay, Kitty.
All right. Instagram at Kit Reynolds, TikTok at Reformed Hot Girl. Follow me on those things.
That
Kitty
is so funny.
Reformed. I used to be hot, not these days.
No, you're
not
so
anymore.
hot.
Why do you think you're not hot
She
anymore?
needs to beef up.
Do you want me to tell you you're not hot?
You know what it is? I decided not to play into the male gaze. You know what I
Oh,
mean? I feel like
God.
at one point I tried to be hot, and now you know.
Wait, but you know what's ironic? You're probably hotter now. Cause you're not. I don't
don't
dress for the
think
male
so.
gaze. Look at me.
Do you guys
No,
smell tuna
I
fish?
don't believe this at
You
all.
smell that tuna fish?
What did
Do
you
you
used to wear a lot
do
of
you have
makeup?
tuna in your pockets?
Yeah.
I used to be like sorority girl, like care.
that's-
You
Wait,
fake
wait,
tan,
wait.
fake tan.
Yeah.
It's just you're
Wait,
from
wait,
Long
wait.
Island. It's not your fault.
Right,
You're just from
right.
Long
Wait.
Island.
Women don't dress for men. Women dress for other women.
Well, okay. I got cooler when I started dressing for other women. Before that, I was dressing for men, and then women don't like you.
I feel like
And
I
you're a
dress
hot girl.
for everybody. Everybody.
You
likes
dress like
it.
Elizabeth Holmes every week. That's who.
I'm wearing black cargo sweatpants.
You know the.
right now.
You know.
I
that.
know exactly who Elizabeth Holmes is. I actually have this is a very good impersonation. You guys don't even know.
No, it is
I
really
know.
good.
That's spot on.
I do look like her with a wig.
Ooh, that's got to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with
You should be nicer
con
to yourself.
artists.
You don't look like her with a wig.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Look at me getting compliments after shitting on everyone.
Yeah, I take it back.
Don't dress for the male gaze and don't be afraid of your butthole burning.
Butthole bulimist Tere here. You can follow me at Tere is crazy. Tere is crazy. That's it.
Yeah, I guess the Cheat Day Show. That's you can follow us at cheatdayshow.com. It's also on Instagram, the Cheat Day Show, and Twitter and all that other fun stuff, and the Patreon. I'm Ryan Reiss, RR Comedy, and as always, join us next week when we celebrate women once again.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for us. And Brian is going to be back. He's going to do some more cooking for us in the future, and we're also going to put the recipe on the Patreon.
Only quesadillas.
Only quesadillas.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
Butthole
everybody.
bulimia.
Cheat
Goodbye.
well.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Cheat Day Show podcast. To learn more about our show, the hosts, the comedians, our guests, our chefs, and more, visit our website, thecheatdayshow.com. Also, follow along with us on our social media at The Cheat Day Show on Instagram and Twitter. Future episodes can be found in all the places you get your favorite podcast. Our show is also sponsored by the world-famous Comedy Cellar on McDougal Street in New York City's Greenwich Village. Visit ComedyCellar.com for show lineups happening 7 days a week. Later, cheaters.